Okay, let's start again, guys. Now, after adding your walls, your columns, your grids, everything, you have finished your walls in the first floor, ground floor plan, for example, first floor plan, second floor plan. Then you are going to go further and add some floors for your slabs, right? To do that, go to the floor plan that you need to work on. Then go to architecture. Under architecture, you will find the option to add some floors to your model. Just click on floor. Another again, sorry, you are going to go to the type selector. Under the type selector, you can just select the type that you want to use for this floor. For example, I have selected concrete 4 to 5 millimeters. Then now I am in the drawing mode. Please just release your mouses and focus. Now I have the ability to draw my floors. Under the drawing panel, it will give you all the options to draw the suitable or the required shape or outline or boundary of your floor. Let's select this option first. It's the line. I am drawing using a line. Then I have the ability to draw from this point to that one. Sorry, I have drawn it wrong, in the wrong place. I'm placing on these points are the end points. Maybe I'll stop here. Fine. Then I'm going there. TR for trim. I'm trimming these two lines, so I will have this corner. I should keep all the corners clear and not extended. Fine. Line again. Then I'm going to this area, clicking on these end points, then going to these parts. Now, if you have a huge project, it will not be a good idea to draw all the lines and boundaries of your model or floor, right? So you have the ability to pick line or pick wall according to the elements that you have. Let's just use pick line now. Now I have the ability to draw 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then you have also the ability to pick walls. Click on this. Now I want to pick this wall. So I will have the whole line prepared for me. This one again, this one, and so on. Fine. But after clicking on your walls, you should make sure that you have the ability, or sorry, you have your lines all in a closed boundary. If not, you can just trim this line to this line, so you'll have it closed. This line to this line, you can't do it because they are not intersecting. So you can just move this line, MV, for move from this point to this point, then trim. They are not intersecting also. I can just do this. I will move it from this point to this point. Fine. Now, if my boundary is closed, I can just click on finish. It will be finished. If not, it will tell you that there are some intersecting lines and you have to close them. You can just click on show. It's looking for the best view. Click OK. Now it's the element that is not in a closed boundary and you have to close it, right? Continue drawing. Trim again. 1, 2, then 1, 2. Now click apply. You have the floor prepared for you and you can view the floor in the 3D. Fine. This way. This is my floor. Okay, Robert? Let's do it again. Go to the first floor plan. In the first floor plan, my floor is rectangular. I can access to architecture again. Under architecture, I will have the build elements, floor, not roof. Then I have all the abilities, or sorry, all the shapes to be used. I will click on pick wall or pick line. Pick line will give you the ability to pick one of the faces of the wall, for example, or the center line or whatsoever. The wall, it will give you the ability to pick either inside or outside. You can just click and move from this point, sorry, I've just clicked on the dimension, delete from this point to this point. Fine. I usually advise you guys to select or add the lines or the boundaries of your floors on the outer edge of the core of the wall, not on the finished face of the wall, on the outer side of the core. Fine. So you will get the correct and the best connection in the sections. Click here, this line. I don't have the ability to click on the finish of the core, so I can just click tab. It will select the line. Fine. So tab for alternatives. Always use tab for the alternatives of the selections. Tab again. I have select this, trim, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it's connected, and there I will connect this one. And usually while you are drawing the floor, it will take the level that you are drawing in as a base as a top constraint. So it will draw the floor, it will give you the floor in the 3D. This is the level 1, the floor will be here, it will not be there. Fine. So always the top of the floor will be your reference. Okay. If you need it to be on this floor but this way, for example, you can just add an offset for the floor. We will see that. Click OK. Now as the wall is intersecting with the floor, it asks you, are you going to attach them? I click no now, and then I'm going to have a section from there, this view, section again. I'll make it proper section and double click on this puppet. Now if I make this way, I have enlarged the view and I'll make it fine. Now this is my floor, this is the level that I was talking about, it's under the level, and this is the wall that is touching the floor. Fine. Now if I want my floor to be above the level, I can just measure this dimension, it's 0.43. I can just add this value here, 0.43. But usually your floors are under the level because you are measuring the levels as a finished floor level. Fine. Now what's about this structure? What's about the structure of this floor? You remember when we have created the walls, we have access to edit type, then to the structure. Under the structure we have the options to edit our layers, right? The function, the material, and the thickness. Here in the floors you have the same option. Just click on the floor, click on edit type again. Now you have the structure option. Fine. You can edit everything here. Let's, for example, make this one tiling and give it another material. Create a new material. You remember that, right? Identity, tiles, maybe porcelain, maybe whatever. I'll make the cut pattern solid hatch. Okay, and I'll make it red so we can read it easily in the section. Okay, and then okay, I'll make this one concrete as a plaster concrete. Okay, concrete. Now I have it here. I don't have a hatch. I will assign the concrete hatch. Okay, okay, and okay. I'll make it 0.03. Right? It's the same way of the wall. I'm adding the layer, I'm giving a function, I'm adding a thickness, and then I'm clicking OK, OK, then OK. Now this is my floor. Okay guys? This is the way or the method of creating floors in your plans. And if you want to add some holes, maybe you have a double volume, right? Or you have a shaft for an elevator or stairs. How to do that? You have two methods. Either to draw the region that you want. You remember when we edited the profile of the wall? Double click on the wall, we have drawn anything that we want, then we have the opening. The same thing will happen here. Floor, WT for example, I'll close this one. I'm going to close also this one. WT for window tiling. I'll have this floor selected. I will go to the floor plan here, enlarge, edit boundary. Now I can draw inside. Let's say that you want this one to be a shaft for the ramp, and just click OK. Do you want to attach? No, now I don't want to attach. I'm going to the 3D. Now if you are looking from this point of view, you will see your floor opened. Fine. This is the first technique of adding an opening inside the floor, a shaft. The other method is really better, especially when you have a multi-story building. If you have too many slabs, you are not going to edit the profile of each slab. Double click on the floor plan, maybe the ground floor for example. Then under architecture, you remember we had a wall opening. Now we have a shaft opening. The shaft opening is assigned for floors and vertical openings. The wall opening, you remember, it's an opening inside the wall without adding doors or windows. Now, so let's go to the shaft. Under the shaft, we can just draw, for example, this one. Pick line 1. I can't add or select this line because maybe it's an SP line in AutoCAD. Click here, there, trim 1, 2, 1, 2, and then click on arc from this point to that one and this one. Fine. Can now just click OK. Go to the 3D again. Now you have the openings here. Fine. But this shaft has a range. It starts from a level and it continues up to reach a certain level. If you go there, I can't select it, right? I can't see anything here. You can go to the 3D this way. I can select everything. I can go to filter. I have selected all the categories, right? I now want to filter these categories. Check none. I just want to select the shaft opening. Okay. Now this is the shaft. It's selected. You can move these grab points according to your limits. Maybe you don't want this shaft to open the floor in the ground level. You can move it up. Maybe you want it to open it. You can move it down. So now it's opened. So wherever your shaft is moving and cutting, let's select it again. Whenever it passes through any floor, it will cut this floor and make an opening for you. Fine. This is the way of adding floors. Again, any floor, any selected floor or any type that you want to duplicate and create a copy and create a new type, can just go to edit type, such as the walls. Again, edit type, you will have, edit structure, you will have the ability to edit such like the way in the walls. Now you have the boundary. So this is the structural slab, for example. Above this boundary, you will have the upper finishes. For example, you are adding a layer of sand, then a layer of mortar, then a layer of tiles. Below this boundary, you will have, for example, concrete, plaster, and paint. So you'll have the ability to add all of these materials. Fine. Again, you have the ability to edit the graphics, how you want this floor to appear in the course level. If you are cutting in a section, you want maybe a solid hatch. You can just go there and select that you want a solid hatch and it's a black fill. Now in the section, let's go to the section that we have just created. Double click. Now you have it with the same appearance of your structure. If you just click here, the level of detail in the viewport, and just click on course, you will have it under a solid hatch. Fine. This is the way of adding floors to your model. I'm going to add doors and windows, then I will give you time to practice. Fine. To add these elements, just go to the floor that you are going to use. Then if you are using or adding doors, just click on door. The same way, if you have the family, you can just select from the type selector. If not, you can load family. and then choose whatever you want. Fine. Let's select this one. Maybe I want to select this door. Just click open. Now it's inside your file, and you will have the ability to add it on any wall that you want. Fine, but it's a higher level, so I will not add on the outer side. I will add it here, for example. When you add a door, you will have these small arrows. It will enable you to flip your door. Just click on this arrow, it will flip it to the other direction, and the shortcut on the keyboard is the space. Fine. Let's add another door. From the type selector, I will add a single door, maybe this one. Click on the 19 width one, and then add it. Sorry. Click on this one, then add it here. Now the single door has two options, either to flip it horizontally or on the other side. Fine. So you'll have this ability. About the doors, once you click on edit type, you will have the ability to edit all of these information. The first thing, it's in the wall, it's by host. The function is interior. You have a door material and you have a frame material, the panel itself and the frame material. You can edit each one separately. Fine. Then you have the ability to edit all of these dimensions. You can browse them, and you also have the ability to add some identity data for the specifications and keynoting and the tagging. Click OK. Can copy, move, create similar, duplicate types, and so on. If you don't have the family inside your library and you don't have the family in the template in the type selector, you can access to the internet browsers and look for some families. You have too many websites to look for or to browse for families, especially I don't have internet access here. I have tried to connect on the company internet, but I don't have the password. The websites, I will give you 3 websites now. The first one is seek, S-E-E-K, seek.autodesk.com. seek.autodesk.com. You have to access to your account on Autodesk. Then you can search or browse for families, and you can download them, and the same way load family and select the family that you have downloaded. Fine. So if you are looking for a door, for example, single door, you can just type in the website seek.autodesk.com. You can just write what? Single flush door. You have an access from the program here to Autodesk website. You can just go to insert. Here it will give you the ability to search Autodesk Seek. So if you write door or single door, for example, click on this button. Now it will pop up. It will give you the ability to access to the website. But I don't have an internet access, sorry, so I can't browse in front of you now. And it's very easy. You can just select the family and download the family that you need, then load into your project. Okay? You have also other websites. You can use Google, by the way, singledoor.rvt. It will give you the ability to download Revit files, or .rfa, Revit family file. And you can use .rvt is the extension of the Revit project, and RFA is the extension of Revit families. Okay? RVT and RFA. Yes. Without Autodesk. No, it's if you are going to look inside Google, door.rvt or window.rvt or desk.rvt, it will give you a Revit file which includes a family. If you are looking for door.rfa, it will give you a family of a door, a family of a window. So RFA is the extension of a family. RVT is the extension of the Revit file. Fine. So again, we have seek.autodesk.com. You have other websites. I prefer two websites, which is bimobject.com, bimobject.com, BIM, Building Information Modeling, BIM. You should know this vocab, by the way. I have talked about it in the first class. BIM, Building Information Modeling. Fine. The website is bimobject, bimobject.com. The third website is arcat, arcat.com also. And you have many websites. You can browse the internet and you will find many. You have revitcity.com, revitcity.com. Yes, revitcity.com. Okay, let's see the windows now. The windows have the same method to be added or loaded. Architecture, window. If you have the family, you can just select it from the type selector. If not, so load the family and go to the Windows file. You have many windows inside the library. You can just select the type that you want to use. Fine. I want this type. Just click open. Then go to your plan and easily click on any wall. Fine. Now, if you want another type, you can just select and change the type from the type selector. If you want the same type and you just want to change the dimension, for example, you can do it. Just select the window, edit type, and you have all the options to be changed. The same as the door. Fine. Again, architecture, window. If you have the family, just select it from the type selector and just click on the wall that you want to add, or you want it as a hosted file or a hosted wall. If you don't have the family, access to window, load family, go to Windows file or browse the internet and go to your library, select the type that you want, click open and just add it in the plan, and also you can add it in the elevation and in the 3D, any of the views. But the best practice is to add it in the floor plan and give it a cell height. What is the cell height? Yes, this cell height, this level where is the window is allocated according to the base plan. Fine. That's all about the windows, doors and floors. Now I want you to add some floors, windows and doors to your models, then we are going to proceed. Go ahead, guys.